Welcome from Green Screen Land. This is the video recap of today, September 16th, Wednesday, an early release day in our Digital Academy classroom. So let's minimize me onto the corner. So today the students had a shorter day. We started off with a morning meeting, and then we jumped into a discussion about Flush. Flush was the summer novel that students had to read, that they had the summer assignments that they worked on for extra credit. And so now the students have ample time for reading the novel. We wanted to discuss some of the major themes like family, father-son relationships, bullying, and so forth. So we spent time for about 30 minutes having a discussion. We took a break. We came back. I had the students ask some questions that they created of their peers. And then I gave them a break because we had been on Zoom for almost an hour. So at that point, I allowed the students to go work with their houses to come up with a chant. So that would play into later when we played our house games. During our brain break time, we did a quick red herring. I have a book of red herrings where there are stories that are missing or incomplete, and the only way that you can really fill in the whole picture is by asking really critical questions in the form of yes and no questions. And as I answer the yes and no questions, you gain more information, kind of fill in the jigsaw puzzle, and kind of see the picture a little bit better. It's an important skill to help them to ask questions to gain more information instead of just jumping to conclusions constantly and guessing and assuming. So we did that for a 10-minute break. The students wrote for 20 minutes in their journal, and then once they were done, it was time for us to go to lunch. Lunch was on your own. There was no recess today. Afterwards, we came back together as a class so we could work on our class mission statement, and we also played some house games. We played a game of chance with higher and lower numbers competing against different houses. We also played a quick rock, paper, scissors, shoot tournament. And finally, we did a chant celebration. And the group that had the most cohesive and united chant was the one that earned those extra points. Again, those points are added into Class Dojo. So students are earning individual points, and they're also earning house points as well. And their individual points are helping their house. So it's all positive, and it's all just positive reinforcement as well. We also came up with our class mission statement, which I'll pause for one moment to bring up. So our class mission statement can be found in all of the students' leadership portfolios, which they have access to online. And today what we crafted is we already had a personal mission statement, and I've already modeled what a personal mission statement looks like. So mine was, my mission is to teach and inspire with creativity and enthusiasm, leaving a legacy of significant relationships. And of course, remember to have fun. Now today, after everybody's had ample time to make their own statement, and the statement should be what you value, something to kind of recenter you each day about your focus and your purpose of why you are here. And so today we talked about what is our mission statement here in our classroom in Ms. Perdomo's Digital Academy class. And we would agree, all of us believe it's important to have fun. Life is a little boring if you can't enjoy it. So always have fun. Lead in a good way at all times. We talked about there's a difference between bad leadership and good leadership. We also believe that every student should be kind to everyone. That means every adult, whether they are the principal or they are the custodian. And no matter who the student is, from a kindergartner to a fifth grader, we should all be showing kindness to those people. And finally, because if we do that, united, we will be better as an entire group. So again, it reads as, always have fun, lead in a good way at all times, be kind to everyone, because united we are better. Now I've told the students if they can think of a better way of wording it, or if they have another addition, this is a cohesive statement. It means that everybody's a part of it. So this is a statement that can change so that it reflects what we stand for. So that is something that we worked on during our Leader in Me time. Finally, after Leader in Me time, the students went to their math class, and finally they went to Coach Brem. Coach Brem has not been doing Zoom sessions because he is also working with students out in the field, and it's not very easy in order to do a Zoom session. So he has the students going to Canvas and completing assignments on Canvas, which every student should have done today by clicking on the button and going directly to his course. And then finally, at the end of the day, we filled out our planners, which I'll post in a moment for you to see. So let's take a look at the planner. In the planner, all that we've written down so far is that our vocabulary homework, which was given to us on Monday, is still due by Friday. We were working for 2 days on Frindle, and that should have been done already. So today I've been grading those and putting those into Skyward. Today we talked about Flush and we had a discussion. Now that we are done with Frindle's chapters 10 through 12, the last part of Frindle is chapters 13 through 15. So I let the students know that that's what they'll be reading tomorrow, and they'll be working on slides that will be due by Friday. The story Red Kayak is something we're doing in reading groups, and we'll continue to go over that story in reading groups tomorrow, but our reading group time will be different. We have STEM lab in the morning, so our actual ELA time will be in the afternoon when we usually do science and social studies. These are not things that are graded. They're not needing to show me this. This is just how I suggest you practice for your spelling words, copying them down or printing them and putting them in a location where you can find them, testing yourself to figure out the words that you already know so that you don't have to study words that you know already, and then making flashcards of the words that you don't know so that you can continue to go over them and practice them. All the spelling words that we're going over so far are very common words that are misspelled, so it's important that students are practicing this spelling. In our math class, if you are in 5th grade, your homework pages are on page 37 and 38. If you are in my 6th grade math class, your pages for homework are on pages 23 to 24. And my rule is that either you complete the even or the odds, and we go over them in class the next day. For science and for social studies, there was no time for either of those today, but I did explain to the children that for lesson 3 and for lesson 5, there was reading that they had to complete. And then on Canvas, there is a quiz for each of those lessons. That is not going to go in the computer in Skyward as a quiz. It's going to go in as a classwork grade. It's my way of checking that they read the pages that they were supposed to have read. You do not need to scan any pages to me. You do not need to email me any evidence that they are actually writing in the book and reading. This quiz is going to be enough for me to know if they read those pages. I will enter it in as classwork. Then next week, I will be giving them a review and a quiz, and then finally they will take a test on the topics that we've covered in science. In social studies, they're also going to do work inside of their book reading, and when they take their quiz, that's also going to count as classwork grade. So it doesn't really matter when they accomplish this. It could be tomorrow, it could be Friday, but by the end of the week, I would like to have these things in science and social studies completed because I want to update that into Skyward so they can see what their grades look like in those subject areas. Other than this of our planner, the only other things we've discussed so far today is that if you go onto Class Dojo, I have left the application for if the students want to be a part of the TV news that we have at our school, and also if the students want to be a part of the safety patrol. So those are 2 different opportunities that are being presented to the children. You can either print those applications and send them to the school, or you can just email that information directly to who is running that. So if you want to be a part of the safety patrols, that is Miss Angela Jones that you would email. If you want to be a part of the student news television crew, that is going to be Mrs. Gatson that you're going to email. If you get lost and confused, you can always send it to me and I'll just forward it correctly to the right person. I don't know what their turnaround time is. I don't know how fast they're going to select safety patrols and how soon they're going to get belts. I also don't know how fast they're going to turn around and tell who's going to be on the news crew. So you're just going to have to be patient with those teachers and they will get back to you as soon as they can. Also, I did mention in my last video to the students yesterday that open house is going to happen next week on Thursday. Please stay tuned for more information as we figure out exactly what that is going to look like. I think the school intended for it to be 2 half-hour sessions that would be live on Zoom, splitting the class alphabetically from A to L and from M to Z. However, that is not something that I'm totally down for. I would much rather have personal conferences with families. So we might have to figure out exactly how we're going to make open house work for us. So just hold off on open house. I definitely don't want you to have to come in person. I want to figure out a way to work around your schedule so that we can meet and communicate so you can ask any questions that you might have and I can relay any important information that I want to with families. I will definitely create a slideshow and a video that will be an asynchronous open house, but then I definitely want to give you the opportunity to have a conversation with me as well. Those are so important because I know you've got things to tell me about your children and questions that you might have as well. So I'll definitely be setting that up through like Sign Up Genius probably, so that we can stagger it and you can pick the best time for you that we can have that conference. So please hold off for more information. Also, I've been sending emails to the students about missing work. Now is a great time to log into Skyward. Everything in language arts is up to date. If it says missing, it's because it is missing and they have not turned it in yet. By the end of the week, everything that is missing is now going to have a value of 50%. I do not go lower than 50% because it makes it very hard for them to bring their average up after that. So 50% is like the zero that I enter into Skyward. So it's very important that they take the time to check their Skyward, because Skyward is more important than Canvas. Skyward is where report card grades are printed. Canvas is not. Canvas is just the learning platform that we are using. So please make sure you check your email or ask your child. Let's sit down together and look at your email. Do you have any missing assignments from Ms. Perdomo, so that you can make sure that they're on top of all of their work? Again, I appreciate all of your patience and your support, and I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you.